Hey YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back with another video. All right, YouTube. So your girl today is back to get into some things, honey. Get into some things about Miss Keesha Kaylee. This will be a pre-recorded video, just because, like I said, I want to be able to get my thoughts out without interruption. So this will be a pre-recorded video today. And if you are listening to my beautiful voice right now and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified every single time I post. So let's get into it. So last night, Keesha Kaylee went live to share some things with us that had been going on with her. She titled her live, I won't be doing Vlogmas today because of this tragedy or something of that nature. And she shared with us that once again, honey, once again, allegedly, the girls have called CPS on my girl Keesha, and I'm gonna get into my thoughts. Let's just do the background. So she had clips in her video where her baby Jory, I think it was Jory, I guess she had a little cut or something, and she had a band-aid, and she was walking around, all day with her wrist out, just pretending that she was hurt, and clips of that were in the video. But it was clear that the child wasn't hurt because there was also clips of her helping her mommy put up the ornaments on the Christmas tree. So I mean, we could tell that there was no syndrome. I mean, if you watch the vlog, there was no signs of a serious injury. But of course, some people were concerned because the child was walking around with her wrists out, which is totally fine. If you think a child is hurt and you're concerned, all right, cool. So I guess because of that concern, Keesha was just out. She said she was out trying to enjoy her day, just doing what she's doing, running errands. And then she's greeted with CPS being called on her again. And of course, that sparked a conversation. Of course, people were, people who love her and support her, were like, wow, that's messed up. But then, of course, the people who don't support her are accusing her of lying. And also, they are also saying that, Toya Talk hosted a live last night. Paris did too. Paris just, I didn't really watch hers, but I did tune into Toya's. And a lot of people in the comment section were either saying that she was lying, or they were saying that what the title of Toya's live was pretty much saying, like, I was concerned too, or something of that nature. So pretty much from Toya's conversation, she pretty much saying that Keesha displayed this footage and it sparked a valid concern because the child did walk around for a lengthy amount of time that way. And she should not be mad because CPS that was called. She should have not allowed her to come on camera playing that way. And she also should not be threatening to call the authorities because she put this out there. That was pretty much the tone of Toya's live. And the comments, people in the comments, pretty much just saying like, yeah, we were really concerned. We think the child's arm was really hurt. Some people were saying that Keisha's, she's just lying. She's just trying to promote her book, or she's just trying to make an excuse for why she doesn't do Vlogmas. There's no excuse to not do Vlogmas. And they were just, going in like, oh my God, anyone who supports her, who believes what she's saying, or who, they're sick. It was just a whole lot, and I'm going to get into it. So first thing first, here's my advice to Keesha Kaylee. Keesha, I wouldn't say anything else about CPS being called. I would not let these haters know anything else about what's going on with CPS and me. What I would do is I would remain silent. I would handle the CPS situation however you're handling it legally behind the scenes. If there is a way to legally handle it behind the scenes, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But if there is a legal way to handle it and get to the bottom of who's doing false claims, I wouldn't say anything until I have successfully, had someone reprimanded or served consequences to someone who had called, maliciously and been exposed and charged for it by the law. I would not continue to come out here and give people and feed into it. I just wouldn't, because that's what people are looking for. People know that's how to get to you at this point. People know that is where you draw the line with your children. And so I wouldn't keep fueling that fire and giving them anything to talk about, because people are sick and they want to see your downfall. And it's sad that you can't maneuver as everyone else on this platform. It's sad that you can't show your family and embrace moments in your life without having to have CPS call. But I just would say, just for the sake of, not even giving people what they want, I wouldn't even mention anything else about it. I would just start handling the CPS situation behind the scenes. That would be my only advice to Keesha. Now, here's my thoughts on everyone else's comments and Toya's live and the opinions here. First things first, if you all want to say that you all don't believe CPS was called, cool. That is a valid conversation to have. I don't have any issue with that. That is a valid observation. Maybe CPS wasn't called. Maybe this is promo. Do I think that CPS was called? Definitely, yes, I do. But, if some people don't think that, or some people think that she's not being honest, like I said, that is a valid conversation. I have no problem with people questioning the people. I don't have any problem with people questioning, is she telling the truth or not? Is it just promo? I don't have any problem with that conversation. Here's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with people trying to justify CPS being called. There is no justification for calling CPS on Keesha Kaylee. Keesha may not parent the way that all of us would parent. She may not organize or do things in her household the way we would like to. But I have seen enough of her to know that there is nothing that she has displayed on this camera that has warranted CPS being called. I don't care if you and somebody just straight up don't like each other. If someone is not beating their children, starving their children, physically abusing their children, putting their children in real harm's way, then CPS should not be involved. Period. It doesn't matter who it is. And for you all to feel that just because you all don't like this woman, or just because you all don't agree with her character, that this is something that she deserves, whoever feels that way, you need to go talk to Jesus, because it's just not that serious. It's just not. It's never that serious. Because I saw comments that were saying, well, some people were commenting and they were like, well, hey, you guys, I know y'all don't like Keesha, but, and I'm paraphrasing here, but they were pretty much pointing out, like, I mean, why are you all sitting up here slick trying to justify CPS being called? And, Toya, she commented back, and she was just like, but I mean, do people, how can you say that people don't have the right to call? And I'm paraphrasing what she said. I'm not saying that she said it was okay to call, but pretty much she was just saying that people observed this really happening. They really observed the baby walking around with her arm looking hurt. And so we can't fault people for calling if they really felt the child was in danger. Maybe people were really concerned. That was the undertone of her response to the people who were questioning, why would people be calling CPS on Keesha? And there were other people chiming in with the same sentiments, like, well, they were only, if they did call, they were truly concerned. She put it on camera. And I'm here to say that is 100% bullshit. That is 100% bull. Let's just say her child's arm was really hurt. Let's just say that her child did really sprain her wrist. So an accident is justification for the child potentially being snatched up out of the home. So you mean to tell me every injury that your child has is grounds for CPS being called? You mean to tell me that if your child go outside and ride their bike and bust their head to the white meat, that you deserve to have CPS called on you? You mean to tell me that if your child is jumping on the bed when they ain't supposed to be, and they fall and they break their arm, that you need to have CPS called on you? You mean to tell me that if your child and their siblings are playing tug of war and somebody tug too hard and pull somebody's arm out of socket, the CPS should be called? Hell to the no. And for mothers, people who have children, to even think that that's even logical, come on, y'all. Let's put aside the dislike for Keesha for a moment. You don't gotta like Keesha, right? Everybody ain't gotta like Keesha. This ain't got to be the Keesha Kaylee support group. This ain't got to be the Keesha Kaylee fan club. But let's just talk about real life here. Y'all act as if things do not happen. Out of the hundreds of people sitting in that chat, somebody has injured themselves as a child before. And I'm pretty sure CPS did not come pull you away from your parents. And if they would have pulled you away from your parents, you would have been devastated. Like, even if you're a viewer and you're concerned, what the hell is calling CPS gonna do? Do you all not realize that in order for CPS to remove your children up out of your home, there has to be evidence of some real neglect? As many times as CPS has been to Keisha's home, trust me, I promise you, if something was wrong with the way that she was over there raising her children, if it was something that extremely wrong, CPS would have been snatched those kids up out of there based on the way that people be sitting around calling. Because even if they have not come to her home this time, even if she is lying, which I don't think she is, they've been to her home before. Y'all been calling on this girl ever since she had damn kids. Like, I don't think you all know what CPS is for. You don't call CPS just because you're concerned about the way someone is parenting. You mind your damn business because ain't nothing you can do about it. We are just people on the internet watching a pre-recorded video. If you can't stomach the way she raised her children, if you don't like it, don't watch. It's simple. There are some people who do commentary on Keesha that I just don't like their style of commentary, so I just can't watch. It's simple. And I will say with Toya's commentary, her commentary, even though she doesn't like Keesha or care for Keesha, and I have my own opinion of which I'll get into in a moment, I will say she has her opinions, but she's not nasty with it. Even though I don't agree with her opinions. She's not nasty, so I can stomach her commentary because it's just it's commentary. you know, but I just don't understand people's fake obsession with her children and their fake concern. Y'all don't give a damn about those kids. Y'all don't care about those kids. Y'all were the same people calling her sponsors trying to get her dropped. And that is how she's feeding her children. You all were the same people trying to counsel this girl and snatch her livelihood. Y'all wasn't thinking about her kids then. Y'all wasn't thinking about her kids then. When y'all sent those people over to her Instagram page, Paris, to comment very good mom and attack her for her parenting, y'all wouldn't think about her goddamn kids. What if she would have did something to herself because of all the bullying? Y'all don't give a damn about her kids, so stop punk faking, please. It's giving very fake for me. It's giving, we just don't like this girl, but we just want to use any reason to have an excuse to not like this girl. And just instead of just admitting that we just some haters, we just don't like her just because we don't like her, just because who she is. Like, just be a real bitch and say that. Because all these fake ass excuses for why y'all don't like it and why CPS should be called, it's giving very tired. And most of us who watch her, we are African American people that grew up in African American environments and households. Come on. We know what goes down in some of our households growing up. Ain't no, come on. If CPS needs to be called on Keesha, then CPS should have been called on a lot of our parents. Because I know I don't feel them bust my ass plenty of times. Like, I just don't understand. And here is the thing. When it comes to Keesha and her parenting, No one is saying that Keesha is perfect. No one is saying that Keesha may not have room for improvement. No one is saying that we may not see things that she allows her children to do that we may not allow our children to do. But at the end of the day, let people raise their damn kids the way they want to raise their kids. As long as those children are happy and they're loved and they're not put in any harm's way, who gives a damn? There are a lot of decisions that we may make differently as parents. I saw a lot of people making comments about her letting her kids color all over the wall. Okay, I would not let my child color over the wall. My child would know better. But at the end of the day, if that's what she wants her children to do, if that's what she has small children. If she doesn't chastise them for certain things, then oh well, she's gonna have to be the one painting over a wall, cleaning off a wall. But that doesn't make her a bad parent. That does not mean that we should go snatch her kids from upon her, even if she has some opportunities in certain areas, even if there are some things that she can improve on. Where does CPS come in? Where does it come in? Like where that's like people y'all skip over the whole conversation. The topic was CPS being called. So regardless of if she's, need to do better, this, that, and third, fuck all that. CPS should have never been called. Period. It's like you all will lay down. And when I say you all, I'm not speaking to the people who, support me, but just people who don't like Keesha. You all will literally lay down every moral and value and belief that you have just to dislike Keesha. Because let me tell you how funny the internet is. Let me tell you how funny y'all is. Because y'all very funny. And I've mentioned this before and I'm going to mention it again. So I'm watching Toya's live, and it's no secret her and Paris are cool again, right? Paris is all up in the live supporting Toya. Yes, girl. Yeah. And you all claim you all so real. You all claim that you all are so righteous, and the reason why you can't support Keesha is because she's so fake and she's a fraud. But let me tell you what's some fake ass shit. Okay? Even if Keesha fake. So y'all. Now, and like I said, I've mentioned this before, but I'm just gonna reiterate this. I started watching Toya's content because she was speaking out in support of Keesha just for a little moment. Like I said, she's not a supporter of Keesha, but when it came to the love triangle, she pretty much shared the same sentiments that I shared, right? And so I was watching her. And because she was pretty much coming to the forefront, expressing her opinion about how she felt like Ashley was a side chick and all of that, it made Paris upset or whatever, because of course Paris had picked her side with Ashley and Hazel. And when I tell you, this girl drugged Toya, her and Hazel drugged the hell out of Toya. She was discount Toya. She was Toyota. She was eviction Toya. You talked about her hair. She was Section 8, all of that. And and I know it's just an internet back and forth, and people can say, well, that was just a petty back and forth. We're growing. We grew past that. But no, the only reason why y'all got past it is because Toya had an issue with Keesha again. And so Toya started back popping her shit about Keesha, and you all linked back up, and that is fake as fuck. Okay? It ain't shit. The things that Paris was saying and the way that you were talking about her, because you up here calling me Section 8 and calling me eviction and trying to make it seem like I'm a broke bitch that can't take care of my children. That's what you was saying about me on this internet, all because I did not agree with your opinion. So if I was a broke bitch, a discount bitch, a Section 8, if I was all of that, then what changed? Oh, because now I don't like Keesha? Girl, get your ass out of my chat. That's what a real bitch would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing it. Don't come over here in my chat if you don't drop me on the internet. I don't care if we do got the same enemy now. And Toya, she has her right to feel how she wants to feel about Keesha. I feel like, of course, she felt slighted because she had spoken out in support of Keesha, but then she started back doing her normal commentary, criticizing, and I think Keesha struck a video, and so she was upset with her, and that's totally her prerogative. But it's shit like that you all see no problem with. Now her and Paris are back buddy buddy, and that's just okay. After Paris was disrespectful as hell to her, they can move past that, but can't nobody move past the things that Keesha has done. If a bitch ever get on this internet who don't know me in real life, calling me anything other than a child of God, discount broke, talking about my appearance, talking about my hair, I don't care if it is petty high school back and forth. You really feel that way. That's how you really feel about me at the end of the day. So stand on that and stay over there. But you all don't say anything about that because, it's somebody talking about Keesha. So we're going to overlook that. We're going to overlook that. Zolo Bands. Now, when he was with Olivia, he was a P word. He couldn't, y'all wouldn't trust him around to get the kids. All that. Olivia was crazy for being with him. He was a drug addict. He was all of that before he started bashing Keesha. Soon as he started bashing Keesha, oh, hell no. Y'all love him. It's Team Zolo. It's just like this. I would rather someone just come on here and just flat out say, I don't like the girl and I want to see her down. Instead of trying to be fake concerned and fake woke. Y'all ain't woke. Y'all just riding a wave. Y'all just riding a wave. And you don't have to like Keesha. You don't have to agree with her. You don't have to support her. Because we all have preferences, right? We all have things that we enjoy watching and things that we don't enjoy watching and indulging in. But at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. And if it happened to someone else, I can put my last dollar on it. You all would not have the same reaction. If somebody called, which God forbid this never happens, but if somebody called CPS on Ashley right now, you all would be in Atlanta. You all would be catching flights. You all be paying for and private investigators trying to figure out who did it and why. If somebody maliciously called on her because they don't like her, you all be ready to counsel them. You all be ready to load up the ammunition and go find them. But when it's Keesha, it's okay because we don't like her. The internet has to stop that. You can have your favorites. You can have people that you like and you don't like. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. There are some people that I don't care for on this, that I don't care for their content or their commentary. But if something happened to them, it happened to them and it's wrong. And as human beings, we should be able to step outside of our personal opinions and recognize that. Period. The same thing happened when it came to Queen Naja. When she was with Chris and everybody was calling her dumb. They started attacking her and for her parenting and trying to call defects on her and Chris and all of that. And then the minute that she did what the internet wanted her to do, we don't hear anything else about her being a bad mom. Now, people still criticize her. She still gets the criticism because, now she has a baby by Clarence and they try to say she shows favoritism and all that. But at the end of the day, it greatly declined when she did what the internet wanted her to do. And it's sad because if people don't move the way that you all want them to move, you all start doing malicious things that are just crazy to me. Same thing with Strong Mommy Chrissy. She just went through a hard time. She got evicted, but never once did she show any signs of not being able to take care of her children. She was still making things happen. And you all were calling CPS on her. Well, not you all, but I'm just saying people were calling CPS on her left and right. And now that she has a man and she appears to have her life together, now we don't hear anything negative about her and her parenting. Now people are praising her. But she's been the same parent the entire time. Nothing changed except for her financial situation. CPS is not a tool to use. It's not a weapon. Let those save the calls for the people who really need the help. It's some people who really do have, there's some children who really do have parents who are putting their hands on them and doing inappropriate things to them and starving them and putting them in unsafe living conditions. This girl is in a high rise in Atlanta. Her children are at swimming lessons. Her children get a home cooked breakfast here and there. Her children get to go out to eat. They get to go to private school. Her children have a very good life. There is love in that household. She may not be perfect. She may not do everything the way that I would do it or you would do it or whoever, but who the hell are we to judge? I'm not pacifying her and I'm not saying that she's a perfect parent, but she damn sure ain't a bad parent and she damn sure does not deserve to have CPS called on her. You have to be doing some evil shit for me to call CPS on you. I would never, not even to my worst enemy. Because as long as there's love, you all notice everything else. She didn't offer the child under the lawn. It's 9 o'clock at night. The child should be in the bed anyway. The children are probably already ate. She was playing a game with them and she was knocking on the wall and she was pretending like she was her mom coming in and that's going to give the baby anxiety. She's a bad mom. You all notice everything else. Why you all don't notice how they smile, how the children smile and laugh and light up when they're with their mommy? How those children are all talking clearly and good. You all put all these men, you all said all this negative stuff about them and you all talked about their development. And now all of them are talking and walking. Why y'all ain't talking about that? Why? Hmm? Why you all talk about how they all play with each other and love each other and laugh at each other and have so much personality? But you all nitpick everything else. It's a lot of people out here who have questionable parenting, but that Keisha's not one of them. She may not do some things the way that I'm gonna do them. My friends always joke with me. They be like, "Girl, you run a boot camp at your house," because they know a lot of the things. I don't let a lot of things slide around here. They may let slide, but at the end of the day, we're all good mothers. We just all have different parenting styles. It's all about preference and parenting styles. There are some people in there who let their children cuss. Get down. You won't say a cuss word up in this household. Amber Rose lets her child cuss. She admitted it. Is she a bad parent? No. That's her and what she chooses to do. But I'm gonna end it off here. I just wish that people would understand that it's okay not to like Keesha. It's okay to have an opinion about what she does. But don't justify nothing that's blatantly wrong. Ain't no justification for calling CPS on her. None whatsoever. Period. But that is all. Like I said, I will see you all in my next video. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below and talk to me. Let me know what you think. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.